Calling all rice and chicken lovers, today we are making chicken kabsa, a Middle Eastern dish bursting with flavors and a true favorite in Gulf cuisine. While traditionally it can take some time, today we are making things easier with a simplified one-pot recipe. Get ready for delicious kabsa with minimal effort and fewer steps. Alright spice lovers, this one's for you. The key to this dish is deliciousness, our fragrant Middle Eastern spice blend. We are marinating the chicken to soak up all those amazing flavors. And to do that, we will need the juice from half a lemon along with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now for the spices, we will add 1 teaspoon of a pre-made Middle Eastern 7 spice, and if you don't have any, no worries. We can actually make our own blend using the spices you see on screen. Then add 1 teaspoon of each: turmeric, coriander, ginger powder, cumin, salt and black pepper. Give it a quick stir to combine everything, then pour this flavorful mixture right on top of your chicken. I'm using bone-in and skin-on chicken thighs today. They get super tender and the crispy skin adds delicious flavor. But of course, feel free to use any chicken pieces you prefer. Make sure all the pieces are coated, then let the chicken marinate in the fridge while we prep the rest of our ingredients. Alright, let's get chopping. First up, we have 1 medium white onion, but you can use any kind of onion you have on hand, yellow or red, they all work great. Next up, we have some beautiful juicy tomatoes, let's get them diced up. And for a touch of green, we are gonna chop some fresh cilantro. Cilantro is a game changer when it comes to adding flavor to the rice. Now look at me getting organized over here. I have got everything chopped and ready to go right by the stovetop. We have got our marinated chicken, diced onion, diced tomatoes, fresh cilantro and some garlic ready to be minced. We will also need some whole spices. This sun-dried lime is called lumi in the Middle East. It adds a powerful bunch of citrus and sourness, with smoky and earthy notes that are just incredible. I'll also be adding 1 cinnamon stick, 4 cardamom buds, and 3 bay leaves. Now start by turning up the heat to medium-high, then add a couple spoons of olive oil to a pan. Once the oil is nice and hot, we will carefully add the chicken thighs skin side down. And don't toss the leftover marinade just yet, we will be using it later to add some extra flavor to the rice. We want that skin to be golden brown and crispy, so cook the chicken thighs for about 5 minutes per side, and once they are done, remove them to a plate and set them aside. This chicken definitely left behind some delicious flavor in the pan, but we don't need all that oil, so we are going to remove most of the oil and leave just a little bit to saute the onions. Now watch this. As the onions cook, they will release moisture that will help deglaze the pan, picking up all those yummy brown bits for even more flavor. And to the onions, add 4 minced garlic cloves and toss them. Don't let them cook too much so they don't burn. Now this is where things get interesting. Time to add our whole spices. These beauties will release all their wonderful flavor as they cook. Toss them in with the onions and garlic, and let's cook them for about 2 minutes. Now add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and we want to cook this for a minute or so until the color deepens slightly. This will help concentrate the tomato flavor. Next up, add the chopped tomatoes and give everything a good stir and cook until the tomatoes soften a bit. And meanwhile, let's talk about another way to make kabsa. In this other method, instead of pre-cooking the chicken like we did here, you would actually add the raw chicken to this mixture we are creating and cook it all together. Then some water is added to the pan and simmers for 30 minutes. The chicken is then removed and broiled for another 10 minutes, making a total time of 40 minutes. But the beauty of our method today, speed. Because we seared and cooked the marinated chicken beforehand, it soaks up all the flavor in just 10 minutes, right here in the same pan. Plus, we get that crispy skin at the same time. Alright, next let's add 2 cups of washed basmati rice to the pan and give everything a good stir. This will coat the rice with all the flavorful goodness. Then pour in 2.5 cups of chicken broth and all of that leftover marinade we saved. Stir it all together and bring the pot to a boil over high heat. Now it's time for a taste test. Since the chicken broth and marinade are already salted, we might not need any extra. Then I'm adding the chopped cilantro at the end, and not while everything is simmering. Why? Because fresh cilantro has the most amazing flavor and I want it to really shine through in this dish. Finally, we want the rice to steam beautifully, so leave a little bit of that water in the pan. Then turn the heat down to low and add the chicken thighs back to the pan. Now with the lid on, we will let this simmer for 20 to 30 minutes. In that time, the rice will steam to perfection and the chicken will warm all the way through. This chicken kabsa takes you on a trip to the Middle East with your taste buds. It's bursting with authentic flavors. You will taste the warmth of cumin, the floral notes of cardamom, and a touch of smokiness, all straight from the Middle East. Plus, it's healthy and delicious meal prep option that keeps beautifully in the fridge for a few days. Now tell me what kind of recipes you would love to see next. Leave comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more easy and flavorful meals.